In the meantime, still on fire and still under fire. American Sniper topping the box office again this weekend. It's raked in about $200 million so far. But if Democrat Howard Dean is right, it's really a bunch of angry people watching.
There's a lot of anger in this country, and the people who go see this movie are people who are very angry.
Now, Howard Dean is not the only one taking shots. Michael Moore continues to double, triple, quadruple down, whatever you want to say it, on last week's Sniper tweets. Tomorrow, Sunday school. What would Jesus do? Oh, I know what he'd do. Hide on top of a roof and shoot people in the back. Jason Redmond is a former Navy SEAL, personal friend of Chris Kyle. Jason, when you hear comments like these, particularly when it's Howard Dean talking about the viewership for American Sniper, when close to half are women, young women at that, they don't fit that angry mold. So what's he talking about?
You know, Neil, the only angry people out there across America right now are the people that are angry at pompous egomaniacs like Michael Moore, Seth Rogen, Howard Dean, and Bill Maher, who make asinine comments like that. Not a single one of those guys has ever placed himself in a situation where they were willing to lay down their lives for their beliefs. That's what every American veteran did. That's what they were willing to do for them. That gave them the right to make stupid comments like that. And it's insulting. You know, one of the great things Clint Eastwood did, he recognized that this movie was much more than just a story about Chris Kyle. It was a story about every American veteran that ever went out there and fought for freedom. Watching that movie, I relived a lot of those scenes because I fought in Iraq, too.
You know, Jason, I was thinking about guys like you, heroes like you, and I was thinking, well, when Michael Moore says he did more to help guys like you and get you out of harm's way, by being an early opponent of the Iraq War, without this sort of, I'm paraphrasing here, this bully, let's fight, that he's doing some good, that he's not glorifying violence, he's trying to save people with his anti-violent message. What do you say to that?
You know, war is a horrible thing. I will never argue with that. War is probably one of the most horrible things that exists. It brings out both the worst and the best in people. And on that side, I can definitely understand why some people out there want to state, hey, we shouldn't go to war, we shouldn't do these things. But make no mistake, there are evil people in this world. You know, so many of these people like Bill Maher want to talk about Chris's use of the term savage. Chris wasn't specifically addressing the Iraqi people. He was addressing a specific demographic of Iraq. It is the same demographic right now that is over there fighting with ISIS, that is raping and beheading women and children. I mean, just last week they dragged 13 teenage girls out in the street and beheaded them for watching a soccer game. If that's not the definition of savagery, I don't know what is.
You know,